Good morning everyone. Myself Swastika Singh Chandel from Faculty of Paramedical Sciences, Microbiology Department. So our today's topic is about bacterial growth curve. So basically bacterial growth curve is a growth curve in which the bacteria starts growing. So firstly we just talk about bacterial growth requirement. So the water constitutes about 80% of all total bacterial cells. So that means कि the requirement for a bacterium to growth is about 80%. That means कि the normal cells 80% and 80% all about bacteria. So same of both the things. Now just come to about bacterial vitamins. So bacterial vitamins are the most essential things, or we can say for the growth of the bacteria they are most essential, and they are of, for example, riboflavin, vitamin B12, folic acid, etc. So now let's talk about the bacterial division. Division is basically divided into two types, and its main is by binary fission. So binary fission is of two types, nuclear division and cytoplasmic division. Now let's talk about replication time for a bacterium. So in this we talk about generation time. It is the time required for a bacterium to give rise to their daughter cells. So it is exponentially, and it is about 10 to the power 21 log forming colonies of the bacterium. Okay, so this is the main time required for a bacterium within 24 hours. So you can imagine that within 24 hours approximate 10 to the power 21 log forming colonies of special only one bacterium is required. So this is the generation time. Now let's talk about some bacteria and their generation time. Number one is about E. coli, that is Serratia coli. E. coli, the generation time is about 24 hours, or we can say that the generation time is about of all other pathogenic bacteria. So this is for E. coli, and the generation time is 24 hours. Now for Mycobacterium tuberculosis and for Mycobacterium leprae, the generation time of Mycobacterium leprae is 20 days, and generation time of Mycobacterium tuberculosis is 20 minutes. Okay, so this is the difference. Here you can see that Mycobacterium leprae takes around, it is very slow generating bacteria. This bacteria basically takes 20 days to replicate itself, and this is most fastidious bacteria also. Now let's talk about the bacterial count. Now the main topic, bacterial count. So the count which is required for a bacterium to give rise is of two types, total count and number two is viable count. So total count is all the living bacteria, either they are viable or they are dead. When we count all viable and dead bacteria, then they are called as total count. When we only count the viable bacteria, that is they are visible, or we can say that they are living. So now viable count and total count, they both are counted by counting chambers. So for total count we use counting chambers, and for viable count we also use counting chambers. So counting chambers, for viable count there are some special counting chambers that are called as pore plate method. So this is called as a pore plate method, which is used for counting the bacteria. Bacterial growth curve. So after that we all these things, I just talk about main topic of our, that is bacterial growth curve. So in this topic we include 4 phases. There are 4 phases of bacterial growth curve. Number 1, is lag phase, number 2 is log phase, number 3 is stationary phase, and number 4 is decline phase. So before starting to these topics, I just want to say that this is a graph. By this graph, you will know about the bacterial growth curve as I am talking about the curve. So this curve is basically of number of cells is proportional to time taken by the bacteria to growth. So basically it is a graph plotted versus number of cells versus time taken by bacterium for growth. So this is this time period or this phase is called as lag phase. This is called as log phase, and this is stationary phase. This one, last one, is called as decline phase. So this is here in this plotted curve, you can see that there are two phases, two lines. The first one line is called as total count, which I already explained you earlier, and this is called as viable count. So this is log phase, this is lag phase, this is log phase, and this is stationary, and this is decline or death phase. This is viable count and this is total count. Okay. So now let's talk about lag phase. In this phase, bacteria start growing, but it's not multiplied. Okay. So in this phase, it is better for growth of bacteria because in this phase, bacteria is having the all amounts of nutrition. In log phase, it is exponentially increasing. So this exponentially is increasing. By this exponentially increasing, it is a forms a straight line. So this is straight line. You can say that it is better for biochemical reactions and for staining purposes. Now let's talk about our third point, which is stationary phase. Stationary phase, in this phase, bacteria stop dividing because accumulation of toxic products is started and bacteria ceases its growth and it is not progressing or not growth is required. Now in this phase, bacteria ceases its growth. Now let's talk about decline phase. This phase is also called as death phase. Death phase is because here the accumulation of toxic products are started and stopped down, and this phase is totally moving to downward direction. In this curve, this moving to downward direction. Downward direction, that means ki the decline phases start and bacteria stop dividing here. And by this stop dividing here, there, bacteria and the all growth factors are inchoate. So this is, now let's revise it. This is about number of cells versus time. This is log phase, this is lag phase, this is stationary and decline or death phase. This is total count and this is viable count. Total count, as I already tell you, total count is the total that is viable, or you can say that living or dead bacteria count. This is only living bacterial count. So this was all about the bacterial growth curve. I just tell you about lag phase, log phase, stationary and decline phase. Thank you.